Over the last 2 years, short form content has become the best method for marketing. With this new strategy, billions of dollars and views have been generated by businesses, entrepreneurs, coaches, podcasts, and so much more. But that's not the only place millions of dollars have been generated. You see, at one point, short form content was a luxury. You'd only see Gary Vee, Alex Hormozzi, or Grant Cardone posting short form videos. This is until short form video agencies came along. Short form video agencies are one of the hottest and newest forms of social media marketing agencies. In fact, I founded my very own short form video agency at 18 years old and scaled it to 6 figures a year. And I've also created a community with hundreds of other short form video agency owners. So over these last 2 years, I've seen many agencies scale past 20K a month. I've seen many people quit the space. I've seen the market shift multiple times, and well, I guess you can say I've seen it all. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 mistakes that short form video agencies make that ultimately lead them to destruction. The first mistake that most people make when starting or even running a short form video agency is the fact that they do not treat it like an agency. I call this the rich versus poor mindset. A poor mindset is one that listens to the big names and thinks that they'll get rich quick overnight. A poor mindset is a mindset that treats it like a side hustle. And yes, you can make thousands of dollars. But the problem is that you build a weak foundation for your agency and you don't give it the attention that it needs. You need to have the right teams, systems, methods, and mindset not only to scale, but to have a sustainable and profitable short form video agency. Now, one of the biggest mindset reasons I've seen dozens of short form agencies crumble is because of limiting beliefs. Marcus Aurelius says it best: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Once you realize this, you will have true strength. So with that said, the only reason that your short form agency will fail is the fact that you believe it will fail. When I started my agency 2 years ago, I told myself I had no choice. I had to do whatever it took to build a successful and profitable agency. I stayed up for 20 hours a day for weeks, starting from zero, trying to learn everything I could. I edited videos on my iPhone before I built an editing team, and I invested thousands of dollars to have the right mentorship in place. That, my friend, is a rich mindset. So if you're on this journey or you're just getting started and you want to do it right, you have to have a rich mindset. The second biggest mistake that most people make is the fact that they do not create an irresistible offer. The simplest way to make a lot of money with your agency is to have the right offer in front of the right person at the right time. With short form agencies, you can offer editing, ideation, management, in-person filming, and so much more. So when you're creating your offer, you have to keep in mind the niche or industries that you want to target. I like to use the time and money equation when creating an offer. The more money one has, the less time, and the more time one has, the less money. Think of Elon Musk. He has a lot of money. And then think of a fitness coach doing 5K a month. They probably don't have a lot of money, and I'm sure they have quite a bit of time. So if you want to create a high ticket offer, you have to create it in a way that targets an industry that has a lot of money, and they might not have a lot of time to create it, but they know they need it. Now, many short form agencies will fail just because they offer editing. And there's nothing wrong with offering just editing. In fact, some of my clients will pay for just editing. So do your job to try to solve a bigger problem than just editing. You can help your clients with the content ideas, you can post for them, you can film in person with them. All of those offers that I just mentioned are worth thousands of dollars if you put it in front of the right person at the right time. Now that you've hopefully tweaked your offer, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Some of you guys are getting absolutely roasted on Twitter because your outreach methods are horrendous. And your personal brand plays a big factor within that. When you build a personal brand, you have a few options to choose from. You can create a faceless brand where you just post edits. You can create a page that's full of content ideas and value, or you can create a page which documents your journey and your agency. And that last option usually has the most success because people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. When you reach out to people, you want to show them that you're actually human and you're not inherently trying to sell them. And to be honest, a lot of people do not care that you're posting 2 videos a day talking about the best viral hooks. A lot of short form agency owners get stuck in that loop and never scale their agency. In my opinion, most people want to see that you're actually human and you have an interesting life. Now, once you build your personal brand, you need to have your outreach methods dialed in, or you'll end up getting roasted on Wi-Fi money Twitter threads. So when you're doing outreach, you really have two options. First, you have the short and blunt option, or you have the long and steady option. The short and blunt option is usually those messages you see that say, hey, we'll get you to 1 million views in 2 days, or hey, can I edit a free video for you? Or you can call out a specific pain point on the prospect's brand, but to be honest, none of those options that I listed have a high success rate, especially if you do not have a human-like personal brand. So the long and steady route is typically the way to go, because when you're doing cold outreach, you're building rapport. The goal is to see if the potential client has any pain points. So ask them questions like, do you struggle with content creation? Do you never know what to talk about? Do you struggle to find time to create content? If you want to be personal and build rapport with them, then start asking questions about them, their industry, or things you see on their social media. The ultimate goal is to get them on a sales call, find out their exact pain points, and prescribe the solution to them, which is your services. Now, you can be very strategic with your outreach methods. So let's say you offer in-person filming, then what you can do is you can use your geographical location within your initial message. And what this does is it pulls back the curtain and it shows the potential client that, hey, you live near them and you are a personal and credible figure. Remember, the best way to make a lot of money is have the right offer in front of the right person at the right time. Now, once you've closed a client, this brings us to our fourth mistake, which is poor service delivery. With short form agencies, typically your first employees are editors that are not from America. So they might not understand all the lingo in the videos or get every single word spelled correctly. And that's okay, but you need to make sure that you have a revision system in process for those mistakes. The last thing you want to do is send a client a video or even post a video that has a ton of mistakes in it. Those mistakes can cost you thousands of dollars worth of clients. Another key factor in service delivery is communication. You need to let the client know what the onboarding system is, show them how the services that they paid for come into play, and make sure you deliver on time. As your agency grows, you need to make sure you're continually building and putting the right systems in place. Now, this takes time and dedication, so do not be lazy or your agency will completely break. And part of building the right systems means building a team. Like I said, some of the first team members that you'll ever bring on is an editor, so make sure they're qualified for the job. If you haven't seen it yet, in my last video, it's a 45-minute rundown on where to find editors, how to hire them, and make sure they're fit for your agency. Lastly, with service delivery, many get too caught up in trying to get more clients. Instead of focusing on doing all this outreach, you can actually outsource it to a virtual assistant. That way you can focus on the retention and quality of work. Now, the fifth and final mistake that most short form agencies make is the fact that you do not invest back into yourself. In order to level up and obtain more value and become the absolute best version of yourself, you have to invest back into yourself. I've spent thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours to get my agency to 2K, 10K, 20K, and 30K a month. And to get in rooms with people that are wiser than me, people that are stronger than me, and ultimately people that are richer than me. See, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you truly want to scale your agency to the moon, then you have to make sure you surround yourself with things that will help you get there. You need to make sure that your mind is sharp and that your body is healthy. So if you haven't yet, take time to invest into the gym, maybe spend more money on healthier food, and ultimately prepare the vessel. One of the first and biggest investments I made after starting my agency was at 18 years old. Literally a few months after starting my agency, I moved into a high-rise apartment at 18. This pushed me to work harder and raise the standard of what I expected of my agency. This also gave me the opportunity to network with high-level people and entrepreneurs in the area. Another great way of investing into yourself is going to events. You may be able to obtain some new knowledge there, or if you play your cards right, you'll be able to network and close yourself a new client. Remember, you have time to build your content agency empire, but you need to be working smarter, not harder. These are the top 5 mistakes that I've seen short form video agency owners make, and I've seen it result in thousands of dollars lost or ultimately closed agency doors. So make sure you have a sharp mindset, an irresistible offer, outreach methods that convert, relentless service delivery, and most importantly, invest back into yourself. And if you want to be in a community with hundreds of other successful short form video agency owners, click the link below to build a content empire. I will see you in the next one.